Mood lion.
Oh, lost Josh.
That's Josh again. Okay.
Right, let's go. Let's do this. Right, get it out of the system.
Hi guys, it's Mark from Success4. I'm here with Rich and Josh. How are we, guys? Hi guys, I'm Mark from Success4. I'm here with Rich and Josh, and this week we're going to be talking about an awesome podcast that went out last night by Rachel Singers. So we're going to have a chat about that. We're also going to go about talk about some filming we've done this week at Sprowston Manor.
Yes.
Which Josh was doing some interviews and that with as well. And then we want to move on. Give you all a bit of value, basically, yeah. So start off with Josh. Do you want to talk about the podcast that went out last night?
Yes, sure. So we had an amazing podcast in from Rachel Singers. So Rachel is an author and a speaker, and she's got a book, collaboration book that's due out in the next couple of months as well. So in the article, Rachel was just sort of sharing how, like, the previous 2 weeks she had everything thrown at her, that anything that could have gone wrong was going wrong, and it's one of those where you're just sort of laughing and you're nodding in agreement, because we all have those moments. Mm-hmm. So, you know, when I think she said she almost missed a train. Every day she was sort of forgetting something that she needed, and nothing was going right.
Then she said something that made everything else make sense to me. She said, "I'm trusting in the universe." I realised that I had slowly been losing touch with the universe, and all these terrible things that had been happening to me was the universe literally screaming, "Stop! You're going the wrong way!"
Well, so anyone who sent in articles, it would be fantastic if you could record an MP3 reading the article. It works really, really well.
Yeah,
we can put it as a podcast.
Life, doesn't it?
It does really bring it to life as well. And of course, if the article's only a page long, it probably is only going to take you a couple of minutes to read it into your phone. Josh, what else we got?
Chasing geese.
Chasing geese.
Chasing geese.
That sounds like an autobiography, doesn't it?
That's just in itself, yeah.
Yeah. Who chased geese?
Me and Rick and Mark. Sorry. Yeah. When Mark chased them, they didn't come back. So
never saw them again.
Yeah. Okay, so we're here at Sprowston Manor, and I'm on geese watch. Geese watch? I don't know what it is. But every time we try recording something, these two geese come and bang on the door and make all manner of noises. So I'm in charge of the geese while Rich and Josh are filming. I consider that a demotion.
It's something that she's put on, as I said, for the last couple of years, and she puts a lot of time, effort, energy, and obviously like money and monetary investment into putting these events on. We've got some of her content is coming out, so you can see more as to why she does it as well. But a big thing for her was really, I think, having the confidence and the self-belief to understand that what she's doing is an incredible thing, and where she can take it is even bigger. So she's already raised thousands and thousands of pounds for multiple charities, not just UK based. A lot of them are based over in Africa as well, which is where the whole concept really sort of came from.
Josh and Rich, how we doing, guys?
Good.
Very good, thank you.
How's your week been, Josh?
Excellent, and yourself?
Good, as always.
And that does it for this week's podcast.
Bang, done.
Yeah, Tuesday. Should we start this again? Because it's not gone very well.
Let's do that.
Let's do that. Can't
Take two.
Can we have that little thing? Because I've got the day wrong, because obviously it's gone out tonight. But
we can see that in the camera though, Josh. Hi guys, this is Mark from Success4. I'm here with Rich and Josh. How are we doing, guys?
Good.
Great.
Yeah, how's the week been?
How important it is to read books.
Yes. Yeah. Good. One of the first things really when I got involved in self-development was educating myself, and a lot of that was done via books. So I drive quite a bit, so I actually choose to do quite a bit of Audible. We've always got, when we're out and about in the car, we've always got Audible books playing, but I have got a stack of paperbacks that I'm working my way through, and it's it's amazing what you take from reading, and certainly everybody I follow who I look up to, basically, be that millionaires, be that coaches, be that, whatever, they all swear by the power of reading books and what you take from it and things. And so far I've always used, there's a book called Eat That Frog, which I've always used in business coaching. Really, really good book. And then since I got into personal development, there's loads of, it's just so many to list. I mean, how many books do you reckon you've read since you've been in personal development, Josh?
Do you know what? Yeah, it's crazy. I've read more books in the last year than I have done in the last 10 to 15 years.
I've probably read more in the last year than I have in my life, to be fair, because I just
crazy.
I just once you read a book that's not fiction, you read a book and you take something from it, you want more, and you read a book and you put something in that book into action, and you see that it does make a difference. So then you go looking for more information, and basically every time you read a book, you just, as soon as I finish it, it's like, what's next? What's next?
I think it's quite funny in a way, because once you start, you can't stop. You literally become addicted to knowledge.
There's been quite a few autobiographies. I've always read autobiographies. I've never really read much fiction. It's always tended to be autobiographies, because I just like to see how people have got to where they are. The Power of Now was one of the ones that started off reading more spiritual, along the lines of spiritual work, and I've read a lot of Eckhart Tolle's other stuff. I think that one was the one that I actually started reading. That was the one that sort of got me into reading more stuff. I suffered, when I was younger, a lot of anxiety and a lot of OCD problems, and it did help with that understanding and bringing everything down into the moment.
Apart from that, a really good book, and it's one of those things where it's lots of short stories, so it sort of touches everybody's chicken soup for the soul.
Do you know, I was about to say that.
Really good book, and we actually, I've read it on paperback, but we've also had it on Audible recently and been listening to it on journeys and things. So that's it's really good. So every story, you might not connect with every single story in there, but every story's got a little sort of meaning and little fable sort of thing. One of the best books that's given me a full understanding, two actually, that give me a really good understanding of how money works, is Money by Rob Moore, which I know we've spoken about before, and The Richest Man in Babylon.
That was great, wasn't it? We came across that about 3 months ago. We had a look. And explain a little bit more about that.
So it's the book starts off talking about Babylon and the city as a place, and about how there's a massive divide between rich and poor, and how that divide happened, and then basically somebody who was in the poor end who wanted to be in the rich end, and how he made that process.
So Ego is the Enemy, that was a really good book. Ryan Holiday. You're a Badass with Jen Sincero I thought it was really good. I had that, again, that was on Audible as well, so hearing her read it just connected it so much more as well. But a book that I've read recently that has been opened the doorway for me almost, Conversations with God by Neil Donald Walsh.
3 of them.
So I've been listening to the first one, and it's again, it's funny, but one of my clients who I was working with at the start of the year, she's got a collaboration book coming out, and Neil Donald Walsh is part of it.
Oh yes, I know what you mean, actually. She's sort of, we've spoken about it briefly and stuff, but I never got around to reading it, and then recently I have, and the book is absolutely incredible, and it just sort of opens up your mind, your thinking, and it just makes you question more, and it just makes you understand, I think, how powerful you actually are. All of us are. That's why I think public libraries are incredible, because even a couple of times that I've been unemployed. Yeah, if you heard about it.
You heard of libraries. I love Josh's age. It's great.
Went in once. I thought it was Waterstones. It wasn't Waterstones.
Really, if there's any value to offer today, if there's something you are, if there's a challenge you're experiencing at the moment, there's a book out there which will help, and there's people out there who have already been through it and written books on it. So make use of what's out there.
As always, guys, like, share, subscribe. We're Success4 Global on all social media platforms. Does anyone want to sign us off?
I think you do it the best, Josh.
We wouldn't want to tread on your toes and
No.
take that away from you. I think that should be your job.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what we're going to do from now on if you're not here. Well, I think we'll just have to talk forever until
I'll
he's
just
here.
carry on until the battery runs out of the laptop.
There you go then. Cheers, guys.
See
Thanks
you
a lot.
later.